Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you how to inflate the fragments in our in my main page, main activity. Then I'll also show you how to uh, transfer data from one fragment to another fragment and how to find the fragment 1 in fragment 2. So now let's see. I have a frame layout, normal linear layout as my main layout. It's horizontal, so if you don't give orientation as vertical, it defaultly takes as horizontal. Then I have two frame layouts, frame 1 and frame 2 as in my IDs. So I'll show you how to create an uh, frames fragment. So right click on the app here, then go for new. In new you will get a fragment, then select fragment blank, so you can have it. So I'll show you how a blank fragment will be looking. So this is a blank fragment, so it takes three arguments. One is to inflator, layout inflator. The second one is which container it should be contained. The next one is saved instance, so it returns inflator dot inflate dot layer dot fragment blank. This is the uh, here this one, this XML file, so it is attached to blank fragment. Then I have a container, to which container it should be attached. Then I have false here. So this is how it will be created. So I have fragment 1. So in fragment 1 I just created view v. So instead of directly returning that everything like inflated dot inflate, I'm just creating a view v. So it returns view object. So view equal to inflated dot inflate, to which one I need to fragment 1 will be inflated to the container. I'm just putting as false, because if I put to it it attached directly without doing anything, so I just put it as false. So I have a list view here. So if I go for my XML, I just have a list view here. So sorry, I just have a list view object here, find view by ID. I'm just finding that list view. Then I have a string, so these strings will be displayed in my list. So I'm using array adapter. So we can use array adapter by array adapter object of array adapter equal to new array adapter in bracket start get activity, then android dot r dot id layout dot simple list item 1. We have simple list item 1, simple list item 2 also, so we will be using simple list item 1 right now. And the source is my name, so I'm just having the source. Then list view dot set adapter in bracket array adapter. So here I'm setting the array adapter. So this is what we have. Then I'm how to get what is selected. So the text view v equal to new text view, actually bracket text view, we get view. Then string data equal to v1 dot get text dot to string. So this is how we can get what is selected from data. So I have another fragment called fragment 2. Here I'm just having the normal return everything. Instead of this I have a view v equal to inflator. Instead of return directly, I'm just returning this v here. Then I have a text view. So if I go to my XML, I have just a text view. So I'm just finding it using find view by ID. So you always use v dot find view by ID wherever we go. So this, because fragments you need to use view, so v dot find view by ID. So in my fragment 1 also, if you see that list view, I just find it out view dot find view by ID. Next I have list view dot set adapter out. It's over. Now I'll just go to my main activity. So my main activity contains two frames, I already showed it. So I'm just finding it them by find view by ID. Then I have fragment manager, which manages all the fragments. So fragment manager equal to get support fragment manager. Then I have fragment transaction. So this is used to inflate the fragments to my main page. So fragment transaction equal to fragment transaction dot fragment manager dot begin transaction. So I'm just beginning the transaction here. Then fragment transaction dot add, to which one you want to add, the frame 1 I want to add the that fragment to my frame 1. So dot I dot frame 1 new fragment, which one I want to add, frame 1 comma, this is the tag for a. Next layout fragment I want to add to fragment 2 and new fragment 2, and the tag is b. So remember the tag of fragment 2 is b. So because I need to find the fragment 1 in fragment 2, fragment 2 in fragment 1. I'm using fragment manager. Fragment manager equal to get fragment manager or get support fragment manager. We can use anything. Then I have fragment 2. Fragment 2 equal to, I'm just typecasting it, fragment 2 fragment manager dot find fragment by tag. I'm just finding them by tag. So the tag is B. Then fragment B is B. So I'm just finding it B. So in that I have text view. Remember that. So fragment 2 dot text view dot set data as this data. Then I'm returning the view. Which view here? I'm returning this view to here. So this is how we can get it. Fragment view. So in this is my fragment 1 and fragment 2. In my main activity I'm just calling them here. So let's there is nothing else we need to change in the manifest well. So just we'll run it and see. It's still building the griddle here. Yeah, still it's updating. Then I have an index, then sorry, in installing the APK. So I got this APK. So if I click here, it will be displayed here. Next, Abraham. So yeah, next, Joel, Sujain, Tony, Arya, Naresh, Vansi. So this is how we can do it. So this is how we can inflate our fragment manager. Thank you so much.